Good morning, friends and family. This is the first video in a series about the Lord's wonderful deeds. So many times in the Bible, the Lord tells us to remember his wonderful works and to use that to bolster our faith. And of course, we should do this personally. Like what has the Lord done for you in your life that you should remember to bolster your faith, but also looking at his word, looking at the history of the book of law that he gave us and bolstering our faith in what he did for the people in the book, like Moses and Abraham and Daniel and everyone. So I'm reading out of the book of Daniel today, chapter 3. This is when King Nebuchadnezzar has set up an idol of gold, and he is wanting everybody to bow down and worship idolatry, right? He's wanting everybody to do idolatry. Some people don't see it that way because they don't believe in the Lord our God. And so like King Nebuchadnezzar saw it as bow down and worship our gods, my God. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who this story features, are against it because their God is our Father, the God, the creator of the universe, Yahweh. That's who their God is. So they don't want to bow down. And so starting at verse 25, he said, "Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the fourth looks like a son of the gods." Nebuchadnezzar then approached the opening of the blazing furnace and shouted, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out, come here." So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire, and the satraps, prefects, governors, and royal advisors crowded around them. They saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies, nor was a hair of their heads singed. Their robes were not scorched, and there was no smell of fire on them. And so we see in this story that when Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego denied to bow to the gods, they were thrown into a fiery furnace, and the Lord their God was with them and protected them from the fire. They did not even smell like smoke. Nothing was burned on them. And I just want to share one more scripture with you guys. It's from Isaiah 43, and it reinforces this story, and it is another thing that you can use to bolster your faith. It says, starting at verse 2, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze." And so we see this prophecy of Isaiah coming to life in Daniel. Think about in your life, when has the Lord been with you in the fire? When has he covered you and protected you from being even smelling like smoke and being singed by the fire?